Okay, I do the clap. Now, you're a professional videographer? Director? What would I say?
Director, I guess?
Director.
Yeah, no, director.
Do I need the clap?
Well, it's easier just to sync the sound on the Zoom with the camera, yeah?
Well, yeah, I have Premiere.
But even though it's just easy. You better clap. Even if you don't use it, you better clap.
Do you clap?
I have a bigger setup.
Do you have I hope you do. I hope you have more of a setup than a fucking ring light that's kind of tilted on a couch with a few microphones. I hope so.
Man, I don't have glasses of water big like this, man.
Well, listen, this is America. You're not in Quebec anymore. Things are a little bit bigger over here, all right?
No, but you always clap, wherever you are. There's always a clap.
Do you have the
that's
clapper?
Yeah.
Is that a stereotype?
There's always a clapper, but you don't always use it to clap. Because now sound is synced like through time code and shit. You always have the clapper with, you just say it, but you don't go snap.
Oh, you don't snap.
It's
It's there for kind of like...
it's important.
Because it's like a legacy.
No, but it's important. Yeah, some part of it, but it's important because you have information that you put in front of the camera.
Scene one,
Yeah,
take.
exactly. So it's easier to find.
Okay. See, this is what I need to know for the podcast, and this is how I'll become bigger than Rogan.
Yes, with all this inside info.
Yeah,
don't
just
clap.
Don't clap
Don't
or
clap.
get a clapper.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Have you directed anything? So, like, what are you doing?
What am I doing
here? Like, what are you doing in New York now?
Oh man, this is such a good question. What am I doing? I'm asking myself that every day.
Okay. Okay, so we're all on the same page. We're not sure why you're here.
No, listen, there's a couple of reasons. I have a girlfriend that lives in New York.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I met
that thing, we've been together for 5 years, and we've been long distancing for 5 years. I have a career, I guess, in Canada.
It seems like you do.
It seems like I do, and I logically she should come to me in Montreal, and we should just do shit there because that's where I can actually pay for an apartment.
Right.
So it's weird that I decided to come here, but I'm here because I guess I want to do different things in New York. I want to.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been raised in French, but I've always had English culture before French. So I know, Cheers and Frasier and whatever, Taxi in the 70s. All these shows. I know all of them.
Okay.
And so I had to come to New York.
You hit on something there. Is that what you call American culture, English culture in Quebec?
Well, in Quebec, in French Quebec.
There's a non-French Quebec?
Yeah, there's like, I don't know, 1 million or 500,000 English people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't care about them.
Well, you guys don't care about anyone. You guys fucking hate everyone.
It does seem like that, right? Do we have that reputation, seriously?
Yeah. You didn't know this?
I wasn't sure about that.
Oh, yeah.
Because from the inside, I don't feel that.
Well, because you're a part of it.
Yeah, I know I'm part of the cult.
Yeah, you're in it.
No, but I know that I've heard stories about Americans coming to Montreal and getting either getting flipped the finger or whatever, something happened to them because they're not speaking French.
Yes.
That's the main reason.
That's the stereotype of a Quebecian? A Montrealian?
So we do have that reputation.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just you.
No.
Everybody thinks.
The world.
The world thinks the same thing about Quebec. That basically we are
dicks.
Dicks or not racist.
Oh, what?
A racist?
I mean, maybe you are racist.
No,
I don't know.
No,
I don't know that much.
It's not the same. No, but I would say racist against like the English language or something.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's crazy, right?
You tell me.
No, but I don't feel
I think it's crazy.
But I don't feel those emotions. I've never had those emotions.
You speak French.
But I did get mad at someone speaking English once. Because they were speaking English.
Well, what was the scenario?
It's all a question of respect.
Okay. I don't even know what that means. So go on with that.
Okay. You know what? When you live anywhere, whatever, if someone speaks to you in a language, if you can, you try to answer or pretend like you're at least putting effort to answer in the other language. If you go to a Chinese restaurant and the waiter, says hello and says a couple of words, that's enough for you to think that, you know what? He put in the effort. Doesn't matter if he only knows 5 words. Put in the effort to say hello, right? So in Quebec, there's tension because French people were there for a long time, and English people, we live together. But some people don't want to learn each other's language. If someone speaks to me in English, I know English, I'll answer in English. If someone speaks to me in French, I'll answer in French. But if someone who's like a shop owner, I speak in French, they have a shop, they're trying to sell me something, and they answer in English, I'd say, okay, come on, man, just put in some effort. I'm not saying learn the whole 500,000 words in French. Just learn 2. I'll be just fine with that. But just don't at least don't just say je ne parle pas français, or you know what? I don't speak French. Even that would be okay. Just explain something to me so I don't feel like you actually heard what I said. But what's because what's weird sometimes is that there's conversation in Montreal that people speaking French and English and nobody translate. I mean, I'm speaking French, they answer in English, I continue speaking French, they answer in English.
That happens?
That happens sometimes.
That's ridiculous. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. Or, and my cousin, I have English people in my family. My cousin is English. I mean, he speaks French, but he's English first.
What does English mean? Does it mean
the
not
language
French?
you speak?
No, is that what it means?
No, I know, but it means that just your principal language is English.
Because, correct me if I'm gay here, but you speak French.
Yeah.
Quebec speaks French, as generalizing there.
Yeah.
But all of Canada uses your fucking loonies, toonies, and you got the Queen of England on your money. What's going on?
Yeah, I know. And that creates tension. Because the French, some English also, don't give a shit about the Queen of England. They want nothing to do with that.
Do the English speakers in Canada care about the Queen of England?
I think some do, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I know, but technically we're under the...
Not still.
I think there's a link.
What?
No, but they don't decide anything. It's like, it's just... it's not informal. What's the word to say? It's for show. It's just
yeah. I know what you mean.
There's no real power, but technically, I think
symbolic.
Yeah, it's symbolic, exactly. But it is there. Who knew?
I knew something was up because I see the fucking Queen of England on the $10 toonie or whatever the fuck. Your money's ridiculous. Loony, toonie. And then like the money's purple. What are we doing? Is this Monopoly?
It looks. I think you know what. I think it's. I think Canadians will never admit this, but there's a lot of things that we're copying the Americans, but we make it slightly different. We're like the China of America.
No, China's the China of America.
Yeah. No, but there's kind of things we kind of do the same, but in a Canadian way. I think that's in the money. They're right there. You know what? This is absolutely not factual. I know nothing about how the currency came to be how they are today, but it feels like that on a lot of different aspects, like TV and some movies.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know what? In French, we have a big star system in our little community, right?
You?
Well, no, but there's a lot of people, a lot bigger, better known than me in French, because
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, but in French Quebec, there's this little star system, and it works. I mean, there's magazines and TV shows and movies, all the same people. It's all there, because. And if you think of the star system in Canada, name me one Canadian artist that stayed in Canada that you know. Name me one.
Alanis Morissette?
Yeah, that's one.
Was that one?
No, that's one.
Is she even there anymore? I don't know.
I'm not sure she's there anymore. But you know what? That's one. Justin Bieber's Canadian, but he left a long time ago. I mean, who left? A lot of people left. David Cronenberg, Canadian. He's the director, whatever.
Okay.
There's what's his name? Ryan Reynolds, Canadian.
Ryan Reynolds.
He left.
Oh,
yeah. John Candy, Canadian. He left.
That's right.
That's what happens. They're Canadian and they leave.
Gretzky.
He didn't leave. He was for the.
He got traded from the Oilers to the Kings, and he never really came back after that.
Oh, you know what? I didn't know that. I don't know hockey that much, which
you
makes
don't
me
know lacrosse either. We found that out
yeah,
first time I met you.
Which is supposed to be the
It's the national sport of Canada.
Yeah,
I knew that.
I'm gonna check that out again. It doesn't make sense. I know no one that plays lacrosse. No one. I know 10,000 people. No one plays lacrosse.
You know 10,000 people, they don't play lacrosse. They also don't speak English, and the rest of the country does. You're out of it.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah. So it's different.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
What were we talking about?
I'm not
Stars. Solar system. You have a solar system within French Canada. Here's my question.
Yeah.
Because it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sorry if I insult anyone that I mention in this next statement. Quebec kind of seems like Amish country in America.
Yeah, but we don't have multiple wives.
That's Mormons.
Boom. Oh yeah, that is the Mormons.
That's Mormons.
Don't the Amish do that also?
No, they know electricity,
Yeah, but don't
horse and buggy.
Yeah, but don't they also have multiple
I don't think so, but
No.
I don't know, those guys out there, who knows what they're doing,
Are
you know?
you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, the Amish. Yeah, I know, but we're not. We're exactly the same, but with a language barrier, which changes many things. But still, we have internet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Heating.
I meant more like, so how often do you encounter someone from outside of we'll use the word community?
Yeah, that's that.
I know it's not really what the culture maybe might be a better word to use.
Yeah, and if you want, you can all your life. Never meet an English-speaking person.
Really?
Yeah. And you can
All right.
only live within the French confines. It's harder now, I guess, with internet and YouTube and TikTok and everything. Like kids, I don't think it's possible for kids. But I think as an adult, you could decide to just stay in your village or your little town your whole life and never have to engage with an English person.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
But it's 8 million, 9 million people. It's people.
It's a good amount of people, but it's a big space. Quebec's not a small territory.
That's huge.
It's a province.
Yeah, I think it's bigger than France.
Yeah,
Geographically.
geographically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have more people than France?
No.
How many people are in France? What do they got going on?
Isn't it 60, 70 million?
60,
Check.
70 million people.
See,
in
Rogan
France?
has a guy checking facts.
Well, listen, I'll get the clapper. I don't have enough money for the guy to Google things, but I'll work on the clapper. I could order
I
that.
think it's 60 or 70 million.
I mean,
think
listen, I'll
it's
take your
something
word
like
for
that.
it. You're the
I think
you're the closest source.
I think.
I'll take it.
But anyway, geographically it's bigger. No, there's not much people because it's too cold. If you go to the north, it's like there's nothing.
That's what's it called?
It's called nothing.
It's just void. It's just emptiness.
No, but it's just it's nature, and there's not much to do in the north. I mean, there's some
Right.
Native American communities or Inuits
Yes.
that live there, but that's it.
What's going on in Saskatchewan?
What do you mean?
What's going on there?
I don't know. It's like the Texas of. It's like Alberta's like the Texas of Canada.
Right.
Saskatchewan is also, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's people. I see it every now and then, and I'm like, what?
It's the same.
What's going on out there?
It's oil country.
It's oil country.
It's
There's
oil
nothing?
country. No, there's pickups and there's cowboys and there's it's.
Oh, they have cowboys? I know Alberta does.
Yeah, well, Alsama. It's like Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. It's called
Yes.
the plains, but it's all pretty. I'm sure it's not the same, but from a perspective,
Yeah,
it's
right.
pretty much the same.
You got Tim Hortons?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
And so that's universal across Canada.
Yeah, I guess so. It's crazy because they sell muffins and they sell coffee
Yeah.
and they sell the donuts.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about successful businesses. I find it amazing, but I find it also sad that that's the business that's known in Canada. Tim Hortons.
I mean, what else do you? Yeah, you guys. What other businesses from Canada? Shopify.
We had Cirque du Soleil,
What's that?
the Circus of Soleil, the sun. Is it in English? Does it translate?
Oh, Cirque du Soleil.
yeah, we had.
Okay,
that.
gotcha. Is that French Canadian?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was French this whole time.
Yeah, it's French Canadian. Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, we
Really
had that.
good stuff you guys are
Yeah.
doing over there.
It's one crazy guy, and he started this circus. He started from nothing.
It was just one guy.
It was just one guy at the beginning.
All right.
Yeah, now he's a billionaire. Goes in space.
Oh, he went to space.
He did the Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos way before those guys.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He did a solo space trip?
Yeah, he did, but he didn't invent the spaceship or whatever. He
Well,
just went.
He assumed he didn't invent the spaceship.
No, but he's not doing like Bezos or whatever. He doesn't own the company, a spaceship company, but he went into space 2 years ago.
I'll say this. I think for the guy that invented Cirque du Soleil,
Yeah.
what I've seen from Cirque du Soleil,
Yeah.
I think one of the tamer things he's done is
what?
fly to space.
Yeah, you got a point.
Right.
You have a point.
I think doing backflips with a clown mask on
Yeah.
kind of beats that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I don't think I've ever had a Tim Hortons donut.
A what? Tim Hortons donut?
Yeah, I've never had one. You guys got the sour cream donut, I believe, is the big thing there.
You made some research, man.
No, I just know I just know the most popular donut by brand.
I still remember Dunkin' Donuts, which I think there's still a couple, but Dunkin' Donuts American, right?
Boston.
Boston. You're
Yeah.
from Boston.
No, Long Island.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right.
Sorry.
Similar accents.
Yes,
It's
still.
the garbage.
Of Boston?
It's like Long Island, Boston. It's a very garbagey accent.
Yeah.
So I understand why you were
Is
confused
it
there.
garbagey?
I mean,
Like Ben Affleck's Boston?
Ben Affleck,
Like
Boston.
Matt Damon, Boston?
Matt Damon, Boston.
Who else?
Is from Boston.
Or Long Island?
Long Island is Billy Joel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Billy Joel's cool. But I'm saying more like the regular people.
Why, when people sing, they don't have accents? Why, when the Beatles sing, you don't know they're English?
It's a great question.
And we have no one to check on the internet.
I am not a speech language pathologist. I am not aware of how accents work.
But
it is odd.
right? You're Australian, Irish, whatever. No matter where you are, when you sing, you don't have an accent.
Flattens out.
Yeah.
Oh, to the point that we were talking about before the pod, before I hit record.
Yeah.
Writing. So the efficiency of French
Yes.
versus English.
Yes.
Here's my question I always had, and this goes for Spanish, this goes for French, it goes for all these Romance languages. How do you rhyme things?
Well, you
Everything kind of rhymes.
Well, no, not everything rhymes.
I mean, it has to end in an O or an A. Sometimes an N.
Yeah, but like in English, I guess. No. Well, in English, it's not O or A or N, but it's like different. You just choose words that rhyme. But there is this. It's a lot harder to write a song in French, and it's a lot harder to write comedy in French because you have more words to say the same idea. So in English, it's a very efficient language
For comedy. Or for art.
for anything. Like I was telling you, when I was young, I read Dostoevsky. Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
I
my
haven't
God.
read a book in 20 years.
And that's the book you read.
That's the book.
All right.
And it's Russian, but the French version is like 700 pages, and the English version is 500 pages of I don't remember which book, but whatever. There's like 200 pages difference for the same book, same ideas, because there was more word in French to say the same ideas. So
Yep.
if you want to tell a joke, you need to add words, which means the punchline's further, which means everything takes a bit longer to do. So people talk fast. That's why they sound like, Italian or French or what else? Spanish, a lot of words.
Interesting. So the timing, comedic timing
Changes.
outside of English is tougher.
Well, I couldn't know, I don't know Chinese or I don't know Japanese.
Well,
I don't know
we'll
other
go by what
language,
we know here.
But for sure.
Interesting.
But it's tougher if for me, comedy in English is tougher because I'm French, so my mind works in French. But like just general speaking, yeah, it's tougher because there's more words to explain yourself. In songs,
Right.
there are more words to rhyme and whatever, and to have the rhythm of the words fit. So you don't. In English is so like, let's say the basic words, okay, like fuck you, okay,
Okay.
fuck you. In French is va te faire foutre.
What?
Fuck you, which is 2 sounds, becomes va te faire foutre, which is 4 sounds.
Votre faire foot?
Va, go. Te is you, like va te faire, go. Va, go te faire, like it's another verb. Go get yourself fucked. You know, it's long.
Go get yourself fucked.
Yeah.
It's so long.
I know.
And how many accents are in that?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
It's like every letter has an accent over it.
Oh, no. There's no accent.
Oh, there's no
Not that
accent.
accent. You mean? I thought how many ways there were
Oh,
of
no,
saying
no,
it. No, but yeah. So there's more. So it's right there. It's like 4 words instead of 2. So add that. You know, it's you know economics. It's it's adds on.
It's math.
It's math.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're enjoying the process of learning English comedy.
I love learning it. I love English comedy. I mean, I was raised with English comedy, with American a lot, with English from England also. So Monty Python and
Okay.
all that, I was a big fan. So, but English comedy is so, I don't know. You know, stand-up was invented in New York, I think, right? It started over here.
It basically, yeah, I don't know if it started in New York, but yes.
But it's kind of
It's known as like
the mecca of
right, the
stand-up.
mecca of stand-up.
Yeah, and when you come here, I think the main difference is that everything is based on real. You have to be real, like real.
Yeah.
And if you go too far from yourself, nobody laughs. It's harder being like absurd here, I think. I mean, some people do it. Some people do it very well.
Right.
But the core is just talking about things like you were speaking to your friend
Mm-hmm.
and being funny to your friend. And I guess in French, there is that more now than earlier, like than 15, 20 years ago. But the core seems to me like it's different. It seems to me like the core is more like characters that you invent in some way.
Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure, but there's a big theater presence in Quebec, in French Quebec. Theater
Okay.
is very important. And in theater, you do characters, you do it bigger.
Right.
You do everything's a bit more, you know. So I think that's an influence. And also, like, I shoot ads sometimes as a director.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do have to do 2 versions in English and French. And the English version is always more subtle. Always more subtle. The acting's more subtle. I don't know where that comes from. It's more subtle.
What is? I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Because it seems like in Europe, because like stand-up's not big in Europe. It's now getting bigger in France and Italy. Well, in France, you know how comedy's growing in France,
Yeah.
right? Do you-
Right now?
Right now.
I don't know right now. I haven't.
So there's that French Seinfeld.
Yeah, that copied everything.
Well, what's his name? Gal?
Gad Elmaleh. I
Yep.
don't know if he copied everything, but he copied stuff. And it's a big controversy about that.
So what he did was it was him and a few other guys.
Yeah.
They were like, they love stand-up,
Yeah.
but there is no stand-up in France.
No.
So they said, okay, I'm going to take Seinfeld, you take Cosby, you take Pryor, you take Carlin,
Was it that clear cut?
and then they
Yeah, they translated.
translated all the jokes from English into French and performed them. Because it's the first time any of these people have ever heard the jokes. They've never even seen stand-up before.
Oh.
So that's
And
how
he
it started.
that. Okay, that's how it started.
That's how it started.
But they did that with songs too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there are a lot of songs. When in French Quebec also, there was like a big hit in the States, and they would do a French version of the song. So there's many songs of the 60s, 70s. They kind of translate it in French. So it becomes a French song all of a sudden, but it's the same exact song.
Like 99 Red Balloons?
Yeah, but you remember Life is Life? Life is life. La 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 la.
Okay, yes.
Remember that song?
I've heard it.
Yeah. Well, well, there's a French version of that in Quebec. It's La Vie Chante. And, it came out. I think there was a video. I'm not sure, but it was playing on the radio all the time.
Sure.
But it's Life is Life. We heard it on the English channel, but not everybody used to listen to the English channel, so they didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thievery going on in this English to French
Yeah.
art.
Yeah, I know. But the French from France are known for that. And
are they?
Well, Gad and Malais more, I guess, because it kind of came out. But what you're saying, even though I didn't know it was like factual, like you take Cosby, you take this one, you take Pryor. I didn't know that, but I know that in the culture, I think the culture changed in France. That's what I heard.
Okay.
But the culture was, we do stuff. Yeah, of course. I have a friend of mine. That's a true story.
Okay.
Had a friend of mine who was a famous comedian, and he was also famous in France.
Okay.
And one time he went to see his friend who was performing, his stand-up friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he went and he saw the stand-up performing his joke. He's like, what the hell? He was his friend. He worked with him many times.
Right.
So then he went to see him backstage. And, he was like, well, what the hell? And he said, you're doing my joke. And his French friend said, I know, it works so well. You're right, that's a good joke. It works really well.
So I guess if you're French, to you, it's just like, oh, that's a great joke.
Yeah.
I can adapt that because I just want to be good.
Yeah.
There's no intellectual property rights.
In
France.
Your joke you did the other night was really good to kill. It is a great joke. I tried it many times. It works, man. It's a smart joke. It's like, okay.
That's so weird.
It's so weird.
Well, we thought the Chinese were bad with IP rights. Little did we know. France has been doing it for longer.
It's weird.
Let me ask you this. This is probably something I should have asked earlier. What is the Quebec stance on France?
Quebec and France, I mean, it's all like, okay, I'll talk about the surface. Maybe in the core is not the same, but in the surface, we don't like each other. French people from Paris, they kind of get on our nerves. And when we go to Paris or to France, they treat us like we're slow in the brain. They treat us like we're the R word. Yeah. And so we don't like each other. We think they're pretentious, and they're so like, if they're French, they get on our nerves with their perfect language and their little words to say everything, and we kind of find it, it's kind of effeminate. It's like, okay, man. And
so how they speak French is different than how you speak French.
Oh yeah, totally. It's like
more formal.
It's like English, from England and American English, same thing.
So they spell color with a U.
They spell color with a U?
Oh, in England versus here, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Color?
Yeah.
How do they spell it?
COLOUR.
And how do you spell it? COLOR.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, those type of things.
Okay.
And it does noise the shit out of us. And we understand them, but they don't understand us. I remember, there's this, I went to Paris once years ago, and I stayed a week, and there's La Seine is the river that goes through Paris.
Sure.
So, but I just got to Paris, so I asked someone, "Excuse me, could you point me to where's La Seine, where we can just, And he said, and I said that in French. I said, "Pardonnez-moi, est-ce que vous pouvez m'indiquer où est La Seine?" That's what I said.
Okay.
It's in French.
Sounded good.
And he said, "Excuse me, I don't speak English."
Really?
Yeah, because he knew I was from Quebec, and he just wanted to.
But how do you know? How did he know? By how was it your accent?
No, of course I have a Quebec accent.
There's Quebec accent?
Yeah, of course. And there's many accents in Quebec.
Well, we'll get to that at a later date. What's the difference between Quebec and Paris or French?
Well, we speak like countrymen that have no education.
But to me, it all sounds the same.
Yeah, but it's like, it's like Irish English from England, here Long Island English, Texas English, it's like the same thing.
All right.
So they treat us, but the fact, I live in an area in Montreal that there's a lot of French people from France. And you know what? They're nice. I like to say they're not.
Are you
nice.
French?
From France?
I know you're.
No,
you
I'm
grew
not.
up in Quebec.
No, I'm not.
Ethnically, what are you?
What am I? Yeah. I think you know what, and it doesn't show at all. I think I have a lot of Native American. I found that out like last year.
Last year.
Well,
You did
I knew-
23andMe?
No, but I knew. But my dad told me I think he told me this summer. He said, "Yeah, we all know he has native blood. He looks native." But he said, "Yeah, I never wanted to sign my make it official, because I was never gonna move to a reserve anyway." So I said, "Okay, it's that much. I mean, you were to the point of being accepted in the tribe." He said, "Yeah, I'm Algonquin." So what?
Longhouses.
I didn't know.
Algonquin's got the longhouses.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know nothing of that. So I rented Dances with Wolves to just.
And then you're like, I got it all. All right, wrap it up. I get everything that happened. Wait, that's... and I've learned this, because like here, if you grow up in New York, or like the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, like a big thing is like, what are you? You say your ethnicity.
Yeah.
Like, my mom's Russian, my dad's German, whatever. But like in the rest of America, that's not a thing.
In America, you're American.
Yeah, it's like, what am I? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a guy. I'm a girl. What do you mean? Like they do, but to us, it's so normal. So I guess for you, it was never brought up because you're just like, I'm a Quebec.
French Quebec. But I mean, I know I have some English from England. I have some Native American, and I think I have some Irish, but it's all like like 10%, 10 to 15%. Like
Okay.
small percentages.
Yeah, it breaks up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, but English, I have a big, English from England. Like my grandmother was a Pool, Pool.
I don't know. She was a pool. I thought it was like, oh, she was heavy. I don't understand what you mean. She had no bones.
Her last name was Pool. She had no bones.
Yeah, my grandmother, no bones, surprisingly, just flesh, and amazing how she had a child.
But you're
Me?
yeah. I mean, you're from Long, but you have what? What do you have?
My mom's like Russian,
Oh, yeah, that was
Eastern European, and then my dad's German, Polish, Irish,
Oh wow.
all that.
So how do you feel about what's happening now, all over the world?
Listen, it's just fucking. If you want the USA to come in, no, I don't know. It's listen, like you can't be shocked at what's going on,
No, you can't be shocked.
right?
But yes, in a way, I was shocked.
Yeah, but like how like Russian history, every leader has done one grouping of the Soviet nations. Putin hasn't done that yet.
Well, he's doing that right now.
Oh, he's trying, baby.
No, but I thought he was bluffing. I didn't think he would actually bomb. How he bombed.
Yeah, I think he's like he's turning 70 this year, and I think he's like, fuck, I gotta get the band back together. And usually you do that by like knocking on doors and saying, hey, you want to play drums again? You want to play
Yeah,
bass?
but no.
And he's doing it by force.
It's crazy.
Which usually bands don't play well together when you bomb their nuclear power plants.
And you know what's horrible? I wrote a Facebook post when it happened. It's like I feel more connected to. I mean, there's it's not the first conflict. There's conflicts every year,
They
everywhere.
did to Georgia, they did to Crimea.
Yeah, there was Afghanistan.
In
right
the
now.
70s and 79.
No, in 79. Yeah, but like no, but not.
Oh,
with the
U.S.
Russians.
Afghanistan.
No, I'm just talking about conflict in general. There's Yemen. There's whatever. There's shit
yes.
happening everywhere. But for some reason, this conflict, since it's on social media everywhere, and their society was kind of similar to ours or well organized or whatever, we feel a connection that's a bit closer. And then someone said, "Yeah, it's because they're white." It's not because they're white. It's
Wait,
not
I
because
brought it
they're
up
white.
in my episode last week. I'll be honest. It's probably because they're white.
That
You can relate. You know, a babushka looks like your grandmother, and you're like, ah.
I think that if the same thing happened to South Korea, we would go, "Oh fuck," because they're organized. They're like, okay. It's an organized nation. It's like, okay, they're not fighting each other every day in the streets. They're not. It's like it's organized. It's not in their blood. Not in their blood because that's bad. But it's not in their culture, at least. We don't associate conflict with them. And there's other cultures right now in where we are in history, like, okay, yeah, the bomb over there, but we're kind of used to it.
Okay.
Which is horrible.
I think that's a fair stance to have.
It's and you know, there's other people that said, yeah, why are you now having, you know, like, why do you think now it's horrible and you didn't think Yemen was horrible? I thought everything is horrible. Everything's horrible, but we also get used to conflict.
Yeah, we're numb to conflict.
We're numb. Like, remember when the first school shooting happened with the two guys?
Columbine.
Yeah, remember that?
I was young.
It wasn't the first, but it was like the biggest one, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, what the fuck? And it terrorized us for years. And then multiple school shootings happen. Now they happen every week or so.
Now you get just like a text on your phone. You go on Twitter and you're like, in Kansas there was a school shooting.
And now you just close notification.
Right.
And that's it. But it's the same horrible. It's horrible. But we're kind of used to it.
Are you used to it in Canada? What's the gun situation in Canada?
But it's okay. This is what really differentiates, I think, Canadians from Americans, or it's a big thing. It's like Canada has gun laws. If you want a gun, you can get one. It's just more complicated. You have to follow a class if you want to.
That's good. I think it's a good law to have.
You know what? It's really good.
It's nice.
It's really good. And because I was trying, okay, I'm going to explain it differently, okay? I was having the gun debate with my friend. He was kind of, yeah, the States is cool, everything is accessible. I said, yes, but no. It's still a gun, and there's still idiots are going to buy some. It's as if on your table right there, there's plenty of knives, okay? There's just full of knives. Hey, I'm not going to use a knife. You're not going to use a knife. But the chances that an accident happens because of a knife that's there is pretty high.
It's higher at
least. It's way higher than now.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, I don't think there's going to be a knife accident tonight. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
If it was full of knives, like don't walk too close, a knife might fall, whatever, you might have a knife accident. So America feels like that. It's like there's guns everywhere, which, okay, but you can at least, the people who have guns, just make sure they have the knowledge and the necessary maturity and it's necessary to have one, to own one. And I think that's what we have in Canada. Maybe sometimes we have too many rules. I'm not talking about guns. I'm talking about in general.
The truckers.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. The COVID rules, I think now they should just open up and just stop with the COVID rules, which they're way more.
Wait, they're still going on?
Well, I mean, I still need a test to pass customs. And there's still some things going on. You know, it's like, okay, just open up now. It's COVID's. Let's wait till next fall, you know?
Right.
Yeah. But the gun laws, they seem pretty logical for me. I wanted a gun, by the way. I started the process of getting, you know, classes, whatever. I got sick. I didn't go to the class. Then I continued.
Yeah, you got COVID. What are you going to do?
Yeah, but I wanted to have a gun. I thought it was cool just to, hey, maybe just be nice. I like nice objects also. You know, it's a nice, like...
Yeah, people usually mean like watches or you mean a gun.
No, but I do like watches. But you know what I mean? It's just, I'm not anti-gun at all. But I am anti-irresponsible usage of anything.
What's usually the timeline from initial gun movement to actual handling of a gun?
Well, it depends what you buy, I think. I have a friend who's a gun salesman. So, you know, he knows all the things. But if I want a handgun, like a Colt or whatever, just a handgun 357, whatever the guns, that's going to take a while. Like, I don't know, 6 months maybe? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you have to take another class. So it's like it's 2 classes, I think. But you know what? I don't want to say, you know, time, but I'm not sure. But
okay.
There's certain guns that you can get with almost nothing, which is, you know, if you want to absolutely hurt someone, there's ways. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you could insult them. Canadians.
Yeah.
What
do you think about the gun laws here?
Here, it might be a little too loose.
Yeah.
We might be a little too loose here. Especially for like handguns, okay, but like people are like they could buy assault rifles, and you're like, maybe we shouldn't have access to semi-automatic weapons at a retail level.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I enjoy the liberty of the states really like a lot. So I kind of understand it in some way also why everything.
Oh, I get why people do want it.
Yeah, but they do have to pass a permit to have a car, you know.
Right.
So
Cars are bigger than guns, though.
yeah, but they do a lot less harm.
Not if you use it the right way.
Yeah, I know, but that's the point. You just get a permit, so at least you use it the right way.
Let me ask you this, because we're going to combine two things we've already talked about here.
Yeah.
Your opinion and what you think happened, and I think you know where I'm going with this.
No, I don't.
Alec Baldwin. Who's a Long Island guy? Massapequa.
You know, I've read a lot of things on that.
From your professional standpoint, you've been on sets for 90 years at this point.
Yeah. Listen, I think. Okay, let's forget that he's producer in any way of that. Let's just say he's an actor.
Right, just the scenario.
Yeah, just an actor. You actually hire people for gun safety.
Okay.
So you hire someone as a gun wrangler, and sometimes even police come, you just to make sure that the gun you have is safe.
And that's a legal requirement.
It's a legal
you need
requirement.
to have that.
Yeah, that's the laws in Canada. You need that. So I'm not sure exactly what's different in the laws in the States, but it must be close to that. Okay. So you have legal requirement to have someone that makes sure that the guns and the guns usage is safe. So let's say actors are not the most smart people in the world. Let's pretend that for a second.
And it doesn't matter if we're dating actors or we're not dating actors. Let's just say that.
No, but some actors are very smart. But I mean, most actors, they don't need to be a doctor to be an actor. They just act being a doctor.
Right.
They don't need to learn being a veterinarian. They don't need to learn whatever geography to play. So why do you all of a sudden need to learn like this particular skill?
Right.
Because we hire people that make sure that you're doing the right thing. You're surrounded by a crew that makes sure that you look like you're doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. And I read something today about it.
Timely.
Which is, I think the Baldwin's lawyer or something came out with it. And which is horrible what he said. But the director of photography, told him to point the gun in the direction of the camera.
Right.
So he kind of pointed. So at that moment, she thought the gun was safe too, I guess.
Yes.
Which I'm not saying it's our fault. It's a horrible thing, and that it's not our fault. But everybody on set basically thought that the gun was safe.
Right.
So Alec Baldwin included. So is the person holding the gun the only one who needs to think it's safe?
Oh no, there needs to be checks and balances.
Yeah. So I mean, there's some people who think he had the gun, he should know it's safe, and that's it. That's all. Like it should be like that. But I didn't think that it was that acting was like that, or the whole environment created was like that.
This might be another stupid question. Why do you need a real gun?
You know what? That's a very good question.
They don't use real sets.
No.
They're using green screens all over the place. Why does the gun have to be real?
I don't think, maybe in rare instances, I don't think you need real guns anymore. So I don't know. But sometimes because the real gun, there's this actual bullet or the bullet case falling.
Yeah.
There's like this powder that comes out. There's many little things that make it feel real.
Yes.
But I think all of them or most of it can be replicated today. So I think there's no need for real guns. I really don't think that.
I mean, you could 3D print a gun. Well, 3D print a gun and give it to Alec Baldwin, and he could not shoot anyone. I mean, these are just some ideas.
Do you think he's going to be culpable in the end?
Well, I guess you would know more than me. How much is a producer on the hook for this? Because he's a producer and the guy who did it.
What I read also is that he was a producer, but a producer, content producer, not really. If there was any, like in his contract, is that if there's any legal thing or any financial stress on the movie that happens, whatever, he was not affected by that. So I think he's a producer at a level only about like script and only about like this was the story. What he has an opinion, artistic opinion, so it weighs in. But that's what his role was, I think.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't a producer put money in? That's what a producer does.
Yeah, but producer also organizes, and producer also, it's like manages money also, and producer also hires people, and producer, there's a lot of things that a producer does that are not just getting the money or paying the money.
Oh, see, I thought they just sent the money to the director or whatever the team is or the production company.
Like, let's say a movie or a TV show is a boat, right?
Okay.
Okay, the producer is the owner of the boat.
Yes.
Okay, so he hires a good, what's the captain? What's the captain in English? Captain?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job with that one.
So he hires a captain, and the captain says basically where they're going. But
Yes.
the producer could at any moment say, hey, you know what? It's my boat. I don't want to go there. So it's going to end with the moon exploding. I want that.
Okay.
You can change things because he's a producer. But he hires people to manage the boat, take care of the boat, wash the boat, whatever. But he's the owner of the boat. So how he bought the boat, well, maybe he convinced other producers, whatever. But he still does a managing job of hiring people that's going to take care of the boat. So there's a lot of, it's not just, owning a boat's it's trouble. It's like, it's not just paying for the boat. Then you have to actually.
Yeah, so I guess Baldwin, he didn't put anything into the boat.
I don't know if he did or not.
Son of a bitch. What a typical Long Island scumbag thing to do.
But maybe he did since he was producer, but maybe not. Also, it's possible.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you working on right now? Are you working on any film? Is film? Not the right word to use?
You know what? I bought this camera, and I'm just filming everything that's happening to me in some way. Just building this new life in New York. And I have a couple ideas, but I'm like kind of working on them. I'm kind of at a point in my life, I did stuff. I'm happy about it, and I'm not finished doing stuff, I hope. But it's like, you know what? Let's try just living for a while and being a nomad.
A New York nomad.
Yeah, New York.
A nomad who happened to have found a place and is going to live there full time.
Well, yeah, but I have the liberty maybe to move around if I want.
You still have the motorcycle.
I do still have the motorcycle.
Okay.
Which is the greatest thing.
Are you ripping that around? Did you take it down here?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the snow to melt in Montreal just to ride it back.
Oh, it's in Montreal.
Yeah.
All right.
Last time I used it was New York, Montreal.
I remember you doing that.
Yeah, and I was working, so I couldn't bring it back, and then it's just in Montreal.
Okay.
It's stuck there. Do you ride? No.
Nah.
Would you like to ride?
No.
Why not?
I hate thrills.
You hate thrills.
Hate a thrill. A roller coaster. Whale watching.
Whale watching?
Whale watching. Dumbest thing in the world.
Why? Why is that?
Going whale watching, you're asking to die.
Why? Okay.
Are you familiar with what a whale is?
Yeah, but how many whale watching deaths are there every year?
Most likely, unreported, if I'm estimating, 100,000.
100,000 people die from.
Yep.
I understand what you say.
They just found that boat that sank 100 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
How do you think it sank?
Whale.
Probably.
You think because whales are way bigger than boats?
Yes, thank you. You're understanding my mindset here.
Okay. What else are you scared of doing?
Whales. I'll be honest. Whales are up there.
Okay. Big fear of whales, which I understand are big. Okay.
Huge.
Scuba diving?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Because of whales?
Whales, sharks, dolphins, stingrays. Yeah, I don't fuck with the ocean.
Okay.
I let the ocean be the ocean. I don't have gills. I shouldn't be in there. You be the ocean, and I'll be on land.
Do you go on the beach?
I'll go on the beach. I don't like sand, but I'll go on the beach.
Do you go like in the water a little bit if you're on the beach?
I'll go a little bit. I'll go like a knee. I'll go up to like shoulder.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay.
But I'll be honest. I'm a little uneased. I don't know what's in that water.
Okay. Other question then.
Okay.
Skydiving.
Oh, come on.
You know what's in the air.
I know, but I don't
There's
have
no
wings.
whales in the air. There's the biggest
Yet.
bird is this big, man.
There's no whales in the air yet. They're working on it. I'm telling you. Big whale is watching all of us.
Okay.
No, I don't go skydiving because I don't have wings. I don't go into the ocean because I don't have gills. I am a human being, so I stay.
So you do human
On-
being things.
That's right. I get coffee. I'll eat a sandwich. That's what I do. You want me to tell jokes? I'll go tell jokes, and then I'll have a meatball parm sandwich.
Okay, here's one. Bicycling in New York.
Never.
Never.
I'm from New York before it became a bike lane. All right? There weren't people riding bikes around. It wasn't until people like you who started moving to New York and were asking for bike lanes. No, we don't do bikes. Native New Yorkers.
Okay.
You could do a motorcycle. To me, I don't know why you would do a motorcycle because, like, the manual, it must be so tough to, like, ride that in the city.
No. It's the best way to see New York is on a motorcycle. It's the best way by far.
Probably visual, like the visuals of it, yes.
Visual, and you can park anywhere. Doesn't cost a thing.
That's
And you can park in front of anywhere. You fit in between two cars. It's the best way to, and it takes a lot shorter just to go downtown, uptown, whatever bridge. You just go between the cars. It's amazing. It's the by far. No, you know what's even better than that?
Tell me.
Vespa or scooter or something.
Yeah, because you're a goddamn French Canadian, a Vespa.
But it's so easy.
The only thing better than a motorcycle is something a little gayer.
It is really dangerous, though. It's really dangerous.
Do you do the Revel scooters?
All the time.
You're a big,
Love
yeah,
the
you're
Revel.
a big Revel scooter
Love
guy.
the Revel. It's
Yeah.
expensive, though, a bit.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was really less expensive than a cab. And then last year, I spent $1,200 on Revels in 2 months.
What?
Yes. Because I wasn't checking really my bank account, my bank statement, whatever. It was just, hey, Revel this, Revel that. Go there, cross a bridge, whatever. Revel. And then Revel is like, okay.
1,200 in 2 months.
Yeah, I could have bought one, I think, for that price.
And then you lost $2 billion in some sort of crypto token.
You know what? My crypto experience is very bad. I invested, and the next day, or let's say, not be dramatic, let's say 2 days later, it went down 50%.
Yeah.
Then more than 50%, like 60%. And it's like, oh my God, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I went all in with crypto. I put in a lot.
Yeah, but in the tokens, as someone that works in crypto full time,
Yeah.
I never heard of these tokens.
No, but I when I told you my tokens, I didn't know the name of what I bought.
Oh, okay.
So now that I know the name, it's more common.
Okay.
Yeah. What am I supposed to say now?
No, don't say it. Okay.
No?
So, did you want to say it? You could say it.
I bought Tron.
Oh, okay.
No?
It's okay. Tether's built on it.
Okay, is that good?
Tether's a stable coin.
Is that good?
So, well, we'll see what the adoption of Tether is. It's one
So
of our
if
clients.
Tether gets adopted, Tron goes up.
Tron could go up.
Could go up.
Yeah.
I feel now, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel that this whole crypto thing is a gigantic Ponzi scheme.
Most of the tokens are, yes. The technology behind crypto, no. A lot of these tokens, yes.
It's like you can't buy anything with it, and you just buy it so it goes up. And when it do, and I know a person who got crypto, it went up, he wanted to sell, wasn't able to sell for like 2 days. And then when he sold, it got back down, so he didn't make anything.
Well, you got to touch your exchange. You know, that's, I don't know what to tell you with that one. But yeah, basically, you're going to be using all of these tokens to use the internet, essentially. That's what will happen.
Okay. But hasn't happened yet.
It has. Or if you want to start staking into DeFi pools, rather than put your money into a bank where it doesn't yield a percentage, yields what, 0.2% or whatever. You put it in a DeFi liquidity pool that could stake, 8%. You could beat inflation that way.
You can do that with normal, with a normal broker and with normal money and normal stocks.
You could do that.
That's what I do.
That's fine. But you also invest $17 trillion into Tron.
I lost so much.
Yeah.
And I can't take it out. It's right there. And I look at it, I used to look at it every day, sometimes multiple times a day, because it's always moving.
It's always moving.
Always moving. And you know what? Now I check like as a joke. I'm going to check how much I lost today. Oh, I lost this.
Yeah.
Hey, I lost a bit less today.
Not bad.
Yeah, I only lost half. Oh, good day. I'll buy myself a coffee. See? Human thing. You like that? See?
That's a human thing. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Wait. But I don't believe you. Everybody has one thing that's crazy that they do. It's either legal or a well-kept secret that's fucking insane that nobody knows about.
Comedy.
Yeah, comedy's
for us, it's not that weird, but for the normal person.
You're right. Comedy's pretty. You know what? Comedy, yeah. But the only thing that gets broken in comedy is your ego. That's all. There's no physical danger. There is ego danger, and it hurts like hell. You feel like dying. You feel like when after a bad set or after a bad moment or after an open mic, a horrible open mic, or multiple because fucking open mics are they're not good for self-esteem.
No.
So you feel like dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're just like, whatever.
Yeah, I know, because there's no actual danger.
Right. Unlike whales.
If you said sharks, I would say, okay, you know what?
Sharks are also a very big concern.
But whales seem to be up there more.
What's bigger, a whale or a shark? Whale shark. A whale shark might be the most dangerous. Really, a blue whale is the most dangerous because it's the biggest.
Okay, did you see that movie about, there's all these shark movies, but there's a real good shark movie. I think it's Shark Water. No. What's the name? They get lost into sea. They're going to do scuba diving with a group.
I know you're talking
and
about.
The boat leaves.
Blake Lively's in it.
Is it Blake? Yeah, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's horrible. They're just, floating and waiting for sharks to eat them. So you wouldn't do that.
I would never be scuba diving.
You wouldn't
Why?
go scuba
Because I'm on
diving.
the pier eating some shrimp cocktail.
I went to Mexico once, and with my girlfriend, we saw this beautiful pamphlet that said, scuba diving, big boat, everything. And when we got to the actual boat, it was horrible boat. They were shouting at us, the captain and his team, that was one guy, was too young to be a captain, too young to be a team, whatever.
Okay.
We're kind of being aggressive with us. The little boat was a tiny, tiny boat, not nice at all. We felt like refugees. Okay, this is the refugee experience. You're in a shitty boat, just trying to make it out alive. Then we didn't, they stopped, go in the water. I said, okay, yeah. I go, okay, you go now. It's like, dude, I'll go in the water it's for fun. It's not, so he's kind of putting pressure on us to go in the water. Go scuba diving. Oh, I fucked that joke.
Did at any point when you were doing that think, did a whale give you some money? Why are you pushing me so much to get into this water? Who's paying you? Sharks?
I didn't think about that.
See, that's what my thought would be right there.
But,
Who's behind this action? Who's making you be this pushy? Most
sense.
likely, sharks.
Most
or
likely
whales.
Or whales. I get it. You know what? I don't disagree. And you know what there was in the water that they didn't tell us that? It was these tiny, invisible jellyfish.
I don't like that.
Yeah, and they sting. So you're having
Yeah.
fun, and you just like little electric shocks in the water.
You know what's not invisible?
What?
Anything on land. Everything's visible. Look. I didn't hit anything right there. But if I do that in the water, there could be jellyfish.
There could be jellyfish.
That's why we're not supposed to be in the ocean.
So no ocean, no air. Do you travel by plane?
Yeah, I have zero problem with that.
Zero problem with that.
Let me tell you why. Because we're sitting in a seat, feet firmly on the ground.
Okay.
I'm good.
This makes sense, you know, right?
They give me a ginger ale, some cookies. My feet are on the ground. It's all good.
You know what I do on planes? I started speaking to the people next to me.
Oh, you're the worst.
Yeah. You know why?
Because you hate flying.
No.
Oh.
I used to hate flying, but
Okay.
I'm good. You know why? Because there is a chance. There is a small chance that the plane's going to crash, right?
Yeah.
And you know what's very intimate? Dying. Dying is a very intimate moment in your life. You die with your family. You die with loved ones. You try to die in some place. I'm not going to fucking die near someone I never said hello. I want a hello.
You want a hello.
I want a hello. I want to learn a little bit your fucking name. I'm not dying with strangers.
Okay, let me tell you something. Don't ever tell the person sitting next to you why you're asking them what their name is. Because they're going to think you're out of your mind.
I'm telling you. It's like, okay, I'm with strangers. We're all going to die. And
But where
nobody
does
knows
that
each other.
stop?
What?
Is it only the person next to you?
Yeah.
If you have an aisle seat, do you have to know who has the window, or do you just need to know the person in the middle? What about the person to your right?
I usually...
Like,
no.
where does this end? Do you have to know everyone on the plane?
I don't need to know everyone.
Do you
on the
need to
plane.
know the captain's name?
I don't need to know the captain's name, but I do need, if I'm rubbing shoulders with someone and going to die with them, I want to know their name. We're dying, stranger. I have nothing about you. You may be a Nazi. I don't know. I'm dying.
But you know, you're going to have time to chat with them when you die, and then you're at the gates waiting for St. Paul to let you in. You're going to have some time to chat.
While the plane goes down?
No,
Oh,
so
after
the plane goes
Do you
down.
believe that?
No.
No.
But I also believe that whales will destroy my boat, but I'm fine on a plane. So, you know, my logic isn't sound.
When you were a kid, right?
Right.
When you went in the pool at night, were you scared of sharks?
I knew there weren't any sea creatures,
Yeah.
but yeah, in the back of my head. You know what I always think of? Because when I was little, if you went to the New York Aquarium in Coney Island, there was a beluga whale just like in a pool.
Wow.
Just like beluga whale should not be living in a pool. And that's what was going on in Coney
She must
Island,
have
Brooklyn.
been like just about to snap every day. Just
Every
about
day.
to eat the guy who gives her fish or whatever. Just about to eat something very human.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
So then when I saw that really fucked with my brain, because then I was like, oh shit, beluga whales can live in pools. And I knew there wasn't a beluga whale in all the pools, but you don't know. You don't know when a whale could come by.
Yeah, I guess. Whales, man. So, okay, you know what? I know you more now. So in a plane, I'd be comfortable dying with you.
Well, you know me.
I know.
We'd be fine.
I know you more now.
But now would I have to ask the person next to me? If we're sitting here, all right, you got the aisle, I'm in the middle, and there's someone at the window. Yeah. Would I need to ask the window person who they are for you to be comfortable?
I mean, just logically think about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't thought about this logically.
Think about it logically. We're going to die, man. Don't you want to know his name or her name?
Don't care.
Why?
I didn't care who you were when I was alive. I'm not going to care who you are when I'm dead.
We're sharing this, man. It's a very personal experience.
I think dying is...
Dude, it's the end of breathing.
Here's a little fact for you, a little science fact.
What?
100% of people die.
That's true, huh? But you know who's working to change that?
Musk?
Jeff Bezos.
Well, you see him? He's fucking ripped now.
He is ripped.
He's ripped.
Fuck. He is ripped.
Dana Latina.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So you're almost there.
My girlfriend is Albanian.
Oh, that's right. She is Albanian.
But she looks Latina.
She looks Latina.
Latina,
yeah. Yeah, but she's Albanian.
Yeah, so she has more, anger issues.
Let me ask you this. We'll end it on this because I brought this up last week, 2 weeks ago. So she's Albanian.
Yeah.
I used to valet cars for a lot of at a country club with a lot of weddings.
Okay.
Why don't Albanians tip?
I didn't know that.
I'm telling you.
They don't. Albanians don't tip. Not Greeks.
Albanians specifically.
Not Greeks.
Greeks smoke. But they tip.
They tip. Albanians don't tip.
They don't tip. And they'll have a Sunday morning wedding like a bunch of fucking garbage bags.
What do you mean?
Instead of like having a Saturday night wedding, to save money, they'll do a Sunday morning wedding.
That's not true. You know what they have?
Tell me.
Maybe in the States they have Sunday morning weddings. In Albania or Greece, they have 48-hour weddings.
Oh, over there, yeah, they have no laws. There's no, they go for as long as they want.
No, I know, but it's in the culture. They have weddings for 2 days.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and also, and this is my girlfriend. Anyway, her father passed, a couple of years ago, and it's really not like here when someone dies. There's like there's like the first day when the what's it called, the ceremony,
the wake?
Whatever. For the whole day, I think for the whole weekend, all the women friends go inside with my girlfriend's mom. All the men stay outside.
Okay.
And there's a first, not ceremony on the first day, and there's one on the third day, there's one on the 9th day, and I think there's one on the 30th day. There's one after 6 months and after a year.
It's too much.
But when you go to all that process afterwards, I mean, you really just, you feel better, I guess. It's a lot.
Well, let me ask you this. What if, like this individual, you were a fan of, what if you didn't like him? You got to go through the whole process?
I think you do.
I
think you do. I think like there were so many people at his funeral.
He must have been very liked.
He was very liked, but I think it's also a family and Albanian thing. Like they stick together, They listen. They lived war, man.
I know, but they don't tip. So ask her. Ask her why they don't tip.
They don't
At
tip.
least valet parkers. I can't speak for waiters or anything like that, but from my experience, Albanians don't tip. What are you going to do?
Okay. I'll ask. You know what? I'll ask.
Ask her. Let me know.
Ask.
Okay.
I will let you know.
That's it. We did it. We're
Wow.
over an hour.
Wow.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.